mascots. So, when I first started filming, I had some difficulty looking at the camera when I was doing, trying to do role plays and such. Now, you probably didn't see a lot of those videos because they were pretty awful, the first few that I did. But I was constantly on the lookout for little guys, like a Maleficent here, and I would set them right on top of the webcam, and then I could just talk to them the whole time, and it looked like I was looking at the camera. So, and it made it easier. I got over some of my nervousness by doing that. So Maleficent was one of my first mascots. And I think I showed you the Squishmallow in one of my previous videos. I threw it across the booth and I can't find it now. Which is a shame, because I liked that little guy. And there was also at one point a koala bear, and I don't know where he went. He probably got purged out. We do once or twice a year, we do a big purge, and we try to get rid of anything that we don't use anymore or realize that, it's just decorative. I call it the anti-order movement. So, not every one of my mascots is on display today. And conversely, not every one of the mascots I'm going to show you today ever sat on top of the webcam. Some of them are mascots just for the noise that they make. And if I cut out unexpectedly, it's because there's a hurricane coming. I did already lose power once this morning, but luckily I was in between videos, so it didn't mess anything up. So we'll see how that goes. Say the other day on Marno ASMR that everyone, that he in particular has like a go-to pattern when he's setting the pattern, and I think that's mine. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, so on to everyone's favorite ASMR Arthur. Which clearly he was chosen for his fun and interesting noise profile. And also because he is the official mascot of our Sugar Dream channel. And in case you don't know, and I'm going to try to update the channel description, but just in case, the reason my channel is called Sugar Dreams ASMR is because when my cute sweet kid was an itty bitty cute sweet kid, every night I would tuck him in and tell him to have sweet dreams. And one night he was being very cute, and he wanted to tuck me in. But Actually, I don't even think he ever called me Mommy, so it's probably just Mom. Good night, Mom. Sugar dreams. And instantly, I never ever wanted to correct him. I thought that was the most amazing thing I had ever heard. So from then on, I would... Oh no, Arthur is leaking. Maybe I shouldn't use my fingernails. So from then on, I never said sweet dreams. I would always tell him sugar dreams. When I woke him up in the morning, when he got a little older, we used to, I would lay in the bed with him for a few minutes every morning. And I would ask him, "Good morning, how do you feel? Did you have any sugar dreams?" And he apparently is not the type that remembers his dreams, because he very, very rarely has any to tell me about in the morning. I mean, clearly he has dreams or he would die. But I would always say, "Did you have any sugar dreams? And what does today look like for you?" And we would talk about the things that we were hoping to accomplish. I hope we don't have to retire, Arthur. We would talk about the things that we were hoping to accomplish or things that we knew were coming up. It also helps a lot to do that so that there are no surprises. Just recap everything we expect for the day. And it gives me a minute to address if, what does today look like for you? Well, I'm going to play video games for 5 hours. I'm sorry, my day looks a lot different than that. I think that we're going to spend a lot of time outside instead. Just sort of help him learn to prioritize, which clearly it didn't work because he's almost 13 now and he definitely is having trouble with that. Oh, it's like Arthur has tantrums. Okay, so this is Fifi, and I want to apologize because I did record a video recently in which I referred to these particular brand of toys as Squishimals, but they are Squishmallows, and I get that wrong all the time. So Fifi doesn't make any particularly good noises. Well, I guess maybe. I could brush the mic with her little furry belly. That's kind of cute. And her tag is slightly crinkly. Good scratching noise, I guess. But Fifi is so incredibly sweet and squishy, and she's just so snuggly that she just makes sense to be an ASMR ambassador. I like that, ASMR ambassador. She's also good for going poop, poop, poop. It's like playing peekaboo with a baby. Poop, 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 poop. I could use her to put your makeup on. Poop, but I do love these. I have them. This is kind of a nice size because they don't take up too much space on my dresser. But I have some bigger ones. I have a bigger version of Fifi that's actually a red fox instead of a blue sparkly one. And a sloth. And a gigantic baby Yoda, like this big. noise that's amazing. Such a small noise, I love it. And then I have the little tiny ones that come in the surprise blind eggs, which I like those too, but I don't even really care for their, like, they come with accessories like hats and dresses and clothes and stuff, and I don't even care for that. I just want the teeny tiny little guy that's inside. So that's Fifi. Fuzzy belly Fifi. This next guy is one of a few that are floating around the house. He makes a good mascot because he makes a good noise. And also because his name is a very good trigger word. Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. Maneki Neko. And I believe the red Maneki Nekos are for money. Each different color has a different like thing that it's supposed to bring you good fortune for. And this is in particular my favorite style of Maneki Neko. I love that he's just like round and smooth. I had to stop. My computer made a noise. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. I don't know what the noise was for. I got out and checked it, but it didn't have any warnings on the screen, and everything looks like it's still recording, so hopefully it's just a thing. But unfortunately, I've lost track of what I was saying. So if I repeat myself, I apologize. But I was going to say that I would like to do a Maneki Neko video where I explain the different colors and tap on the different Maneki Nekos. But it would be kind of boring because I have this guy and I have some really teeny tiny ones that don't make very good noises because, like, they're about the size of my fingertip and it's hard to tap on something that small. And then I have like a bunch of them are made out of a similar material, but more of an actual cat sheep because I bought them in a package. So I'd really like to do the video, but I think that I have to collect a few more different styles and material of Maneki Neko before I can do that. But I will link this precious little guy in the comments, or not in the comments, in the description. I've been doing some Amazon affiliate links, so if there's ever anything in your video that, like, oh my god, I have to have that, just let me know, and I'll make sure to put up a link for it. There's also a link to the Patreon page, which I've been a little back and forth about. Like, I've got one Patreon subscriber or whatever, and I just don't even know what to do. Post as member only content, because, like, I guess I could do a bloopers reel or something, but, like, there's only one person, so it's kind of like I can't really host like a group chat or an ask me anything, or I don't know. Maybe I should just ask him what he wants to see. But if there were more of you, wink wink, then, we could have some polls and find out what you always wanted as members-only content. So this guy's Burner. And Burner had a brother who was a koala. And they were my first ever mascots because they're beanie babies, which makes it really easy for them to sit stably on top of oddly shaped objects like microphones and like webcams. And he's got a little bit of a crunchy noise from the beans in his belly. His tag is not scratchy like Fifi's, but his belly kind of is. He's not as much fun to boop you with. Boop. Because he's kind of pokey looking, like you could put your eye out. But he's so cute. I don't know if he's supposed to be an alligator. Oh, it says Wally. So I don't know what kind of animal he's supposed to be. But Corwin named him Burner because he looks like a dragon. He's a little baby dragon. Tappable eyeballs. And cover his little ears, but I really liked the koala better and I wish I knew where he went. But I love Burner because Burner does actually belong to Corwin. He's Corwin's friend and not mine. And actually, ASM Arthur is also Corwin's friend and not mine. Some of them are my friends, some of them are his. It's a family affair. Let's see, can we brush the mic with Burner? Seems like that could potentially be a nice noise. And last, but certainly not least, an axolotl in the ocean. I actually bought this beautiful blue axolotl specifically to do ASMR with, and ironically, she has gotten a lot of use outside of the ASMR booth. And this, I think, is literally the first time I've brought her in here to do an actual video. Reminds me of that, I guess it's a meme, but like, use your axolotl questions. But mostly, it reminds me of playing Minecraft. So, I was playing Minecraft. I started playing with my son, and eventually, we convinced Dad to join in with us. surface, like hunting for food and gathering supplies and wood and stuff. And I was the go-between, so I would come up top and I would, grab some food for Dad or some new pickaxes or whatever. And then I would go down and drop everything off with Dad and pick up like all of his diamonds and his iron and bring it back up top and, like make new stuff with it. And we were doing such a great job. And at one point, Dad broke into a cave. So Corwin, who is the protector, comes down into the cave, and we are all sort of escorting Dad. And we hear a noise, and it's like a grunting noise. And turns out there was a wandering trader down in the strip mine, which none of us expected. But Dad placed a torch. And he goes, "Oh my God, it's some kind of deformed pig monster." And he just starts wailing away with his pickaxe. And we're like, there couldn't be like a piglin down here. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So, like, what is actually going on? So we're all freaking out when we come around the corner. And turns out that Dad had killed an axolotl. Which at the time, the axolotls were like new, right? And we had been like so keen on catching one, and we still love it. We still love to catch an axolotl and put them in our house and build them like a big tank. It's like the most fun ever. I don't know why we're obsessed with them, but so like Corwin and I, in our own separate world, had been unable to successfully catch an axolotl. They always ran away from us, or we didn't have water buckets at the right time, or whatever. And so here we are. We stumble upon an axolotl in the wild, and Dad immediately kills it. He heard the noise from the llamas from the wandering trader, and he thought that it was an aggressive noise that the axolotl was making because it was getting ready to attack him. And so he killed it. So I guess you kind of had to be there, but it all happened so fast, and we were like, "No, you killed the axolotl." And it was kind of funny. But this guy always reminds me of that time. I love playing video games with my family. It's the greatest thing. So that's all the mascots I have. Or I guess you could say that ASMR there is the only mascot, and the rest of them are just friends or ambassadors. So those are all of the ASMR ambassadors that I have. Some of them made pretty good noises, some of them didn't. I hope you enjoyed meeting them all, and I'm sure you'll see at least some of them in future videos. Feel free to leave a request in the comments if it's something that you particularly enjoyed and would like to see again. Do all the like and the subscribe things, and thank you again for spending time with me. I hope you've had a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I hope you are feeling focused and or relaxed and or sleepy and or you're not even listening because you're already having a sweet sugar